So does End of Misery kind of mesh with that?
It does. End of Misery is about a girl that I knew that would not get out of a relationship, and I hear about this too. There are women that are being beat, and somehow their men still love them to death, and they are still in love with them, and I don't understand it at all.
Yeah, right.
I don't understand it. Whether it's because they're scared to be alone or some other reason, I don't know. Each circumstance is different, but there's no reason for that. There's no reason to stay in it. So the
Professional
song,
victims is kind of how I always think.
yeah, and the song is my misery's in love today. Is one of the lyrics in that tune, and I like that song, man. That's I've listened to the CD a bajillion times. I'm so tired of hearing it, but every once in a while I pop in, when it comes on through my iPod or something, I pretty much go through to that one immediately. That's one of my favorite songs. It's just very dynamic, and it's an emotional feeling song, and it's I think it sticks out a little bit on the record because it's pretty much the only one that's like that. But yeah, it's just and originally it started out. Once again, because I watched some movie with Kathy Bates in it, and it reminded me that Misery Man. That movie was creepy, and right, yeah. And it started out being about that. And the first line is, as soon as I come to my senses, I'll find another way to leave you,
right.
And then it just kind of went from there into something else. I was like, well, this reminds me of this situation, and I just started going, and it turned into what it is. But I to this day, I just don't understand it, and I hear about it all the time, and I'm just like, you know what, just leave.
Yeah,
go somewhere else. There's always an alternative, and people think that there's not, and I don't understand why. There is always an alternative. Always.
I'm with you. I'm reading this book right now, and a lot of it is about feeling worthy, and I think right now, as I stand here, I think that is exactly the problem with me, with everybody, whether you feel worthy of love or you don't feel worthy of it. And it gets down to that for me right now, and I go, how can you not know that you are a lovable being, instead of just getting
the crap kicked out of you every other night. It's just I think they get so dependent and so stuck, and some people are just emotionally unable to separate themselves from the situation, and it's like, you know what, you will be perfectly fine on your own. Just go out and try. You got to go out and try. Do it. You'll be fine. Man, it's going to be hard. Nothing's easy, but you'll get on your feet and you'll be fine. And somebody else will come along that doesn't smack the crap out of you. It's just
well, again, you can tell your friend that time and time again, and after a while you go, you know what, I'm afraid I'm wasting my breath, so.
Yeah, oh yeah, it certainly happened. And this is one of those situations where I ended up moving away, and I didn't really, haven't really spoken in a long time, so I really don't know what happened, to be honest with you.
Yeah, honestly, dude, for me sometimes, and I don't have friends in that situation, in that kind of dire circumstances, but I don't know what else to do except sort of, if I'm going to stop and meditate or pray, I can just throw them in there and think, well, God, if you're out there, throw something over here, because I don't need it right now, So
yeah, throw some common sense over here, please. Just
little
throw
common
it in her
sense.
direction.
That's right. I don't think I've ever asked for common sense, but that's my own failing, I guess, right?